In the high-octane world of mixed martial arts, the excitement doesn't end when the fight is over. But what happens after the final bell rings? That's where the real drama unfolds. It's a world where raw emotions, intense rivalries, and the thrill of victory can sometimes lead to post-fight antics that are just as memorable as the battles themselves. In today's video, we're diving deep into the fascinating realm of MMA post-fight antics. From intense rivalries to shocking celebrations, these moments showcase the raw essence of the sport. As always, if you guys enjoy the video, please be sure to let us know by giving it a like and hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. Now, get ready to witness the drama, the controversy, and the adrenaline-pumping actions that happen when the fighter's gloves come off. Let's get started. Enzo Gracie versus Ben Spikers, emotions boiling over. In the unpredictable world of MMA, rivalries often take center stage, and the clash between Enzo Gracie and Ben Spikers was no exception. Their feud reached a boiling point in a post-fight incident that left fans in disbelief. Here's how it went down. Gracie and Spikers had no love lost between them, and that tension was palpable when they finally faced off. When the fight ended, Gracie secured a submission victory, but instead of showing sportsmanship, things took a dark turn. Gracie, caught up in the heat of the moment, refused to release the submission hold. He crossed that fine line between fierce competition and unsportsmanlike conduct. To add to the chaos, he even attempted to kick Spikers while the referee stepped in to intervene. This post-fight outburst stained what would have otherwise been a stellar fighting career for Gracie. It was a vivid illustration of the delicate balance between the passion that drives fighters and the misconduct that can tarnish their legacy in MMA. Shinya Aoki versus Mizuto Hirota. Taunting to the extreme. When it comes to unforgettable moments in MMA, Shinya Aoki's name often pops up, and not just for his submission. Aoki, known for his incredible grappling skills, made headlines for his post-fight antics that took taunting to a whole new level. So here's the scoop. Aoki faced off against Mizuto Hirota, and let's just say there was no love lost between them. After a fierce battle, Aoki managed to lock Hirota in a kimura, a painful submission hold. The fight was essentially over at this point, but Aoki decided to add some extra spice to it. Instead of showing sportsmanship, Aoki went for an extreme taunt. He waved his middle finger right in Hirota's face. Yeah, you heard that right. The middle finger, the universal symbol of disrespect. Fans couldn't believe their eyes. In this world where fighters push themselves to the limit, there's always room for rivalries and emotions. But what Aoki did that day left many cringing. His actions didn't just fade away with the fight. Before we move on to our next MMA post-fight moment, don't forget to hit the like button if you're enjoying this journey. Now, let's begin. Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Conor McGregor, the UFC 229 brawl. Khabib Nurmagomedov and Conor McGregor's post-fight brawl at UFC 229 sent shockwaves through the mixed martial arts community. Both boxers had been trading verbal punches for months leading up to the battle, and the atmosphere was electric. Khabib won the fight via submission over McGregor when it eventually happened. But instead of doing the expected victory dance, he did something that stunned the crowd. Khabib climbed over the cage and went for McGregor's training partner, Dylan Dennis. It was like a bomb going off. What followed was chaos. A full-blown brawl erupted, spilling into the cage and shocking fans worldwide. Even if security did their best to calm things down, the damage had already been done. There was a huge fallout from this tragedy. The issue of professionalism in MMA and the limits of rivalry were brought into sharp focus. It was a sharp reminder that there should always be a line that fighters shouldn't cross, even in the rough world of combat sports. The aftermath of UFC 229 will go down in mixed martial arts lore as a turning point. Michael Venom Page versus Evangelista Cyborg Santos, the gruesome finish. In the unpredictable world of MMA, one moment can change everything. And that's exactly what happened when Michael Venom Page faced Evangelista Cyborg Santos. Page delivered a flying knee that was nothing short of brutal. The impact was so devastating that it fractured Santos' skull, ending his fighting career in a heartbreaking instant. But what followed after this jaw-dropping knockout was almost as surprising as the move itself. Page celebrated by throwing a Pokeball, a reference to the popular Pokemon franchise. It was a move that quickly went viral, with fans sharing the moment all over social media. However, it also sparked a debate. MMA is known for its intense brutality, and some fans questioned whether such celebrations were appropriate in a sport where fighters put their bodies on the line. It was a reminder that even in the world of MMA, where fighters push the limits, there's a fine line between entertainment and respecting the physical toll the sport takes on its athletes. Brock Lesnar versus Frank Mir, number 2, Lesnar's horseshoe dig. Brock Lesnar, a true MMA superstar, left an indelible mark not just for his fighting skills but also for his unforgettable post-fight antics. One such moment came after his second bout with Frank Mir. Lesnar had just secured a decisive victory, and he didn't pull any punches when it came to celebrating. During his post-fight interview, he taunted Mir in a way that only Lesnar could. He teased Mir about having a horseshoe, a humorous way of saying that Mir was, well, a bit bald. But Lesnar didn't stop there. He playfully hinted at what he might do later that night, adding a touch of humor to the situation. It was classic Lesnar, a larger-than-life personality who knew how to entertain the audience both inside and outside the cage. This post-fight interview wasn't just about the win. It was a showcase of Lesnar's charisma and his ability to capture the attention of fans around the world. Jorge Masvidal versus Ben Askren, the 5-second knockout. A long-simmering conflict between Jorge Masvidal and Ben Askren erupted when they finally met in the cage. The fight itself was a blink-and-you'll-miss-it affair. Masvidal, known for his explosive style, wasted no time settling the score. In just 5 seconds, he unleashed a flying knee that landed square on Askren's chin, knocking him out cold. But what happened next wasn't your typical post-fight sportsmanship. Instead of showing restraint, Masvidal taunted his unconscious opponent. He added insult to injury by making gestures that left no doubt about his feelings towards Askren. This post-fight behavior left many questioning the boundaries of rivalry and respect in MMA. While it's natural for fighters to have intense emotions, the line between competition and outright disrespect can be thin. Israel Adesanya versus Paulo Costa, embracing the rival. The showdown between Israel Adesanya and Paulo Costa was one for the books, thanks to their intense rivalry. Costa's trash-talking in the lead-up to the fight added extra fuel to the fire. When the dust settled, Adesanya had secured a clear victory, and he wasn't about to let Costa forget it. In a moment that showcased the bitterness of their feud, Adesanya decided to taunt his rival while he was down on the mat. It was a move meant to embarrass Costa, and it did just that. The heated rivalry that had been brewing for months spilled over into post-fight antics. Fans were left divided on whether such behavior was justified. Some saw it as a natural extension of the intense competition in MMA, while others felt it crossed a line. The Adesanya versus Costa bout was a vivid example of how emotions can run high in the world of MMA, blurring the lines between competition and outright humiliation. Jon Jones versus Daniel Cormier, number 1. The final punches. The rivalry between Jon Jones and Daniel Cormier was the stuff of legends. In their first face-off, the intensity was palpable. Jones, known for his controversial persona, added another chapter to their feud. As the fight reached its conclusion, Jones thought it was over and began celebrating prematurely. He let his guard down, but the bell hadn't rung yet. In those critical moments, Cormier dropped his guard and Jones capitalized on the opportunity. He landed a couple of extra punches, taking advantage of the situation. Now, here's the thing. What Jones did was technically within the rules, but it added fuel to an already fierce rivalry. It showcased the emotional roller coaster that is MMA. The adrenaline, the intensity, and the fierce competition sometimes blur the lines between sportsmanship and pure passion. The Jones versus Cormier bout was a stark reminder that in the heat of battle, fighters can let their emotions take over. It's not always about following the rules to the letter. It's about the raw, unfiltered drama that unfolds in the octagon. Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira. 5 years of revenge. Israel Adesanya, known for his unique post-fight antics, delivered another unforgettable moment after defeating Alex Pereira. The backstory added extra spice to this celebration. Pereira and Adesanya had a history, and it wasn't exactly friendly. After securing the victory, Adesanya didn't just settle for a standard celebration. Instead, he decided to mimic Pereira's signature bow and arrow motion, a clear message that he had bested his rival. But here's where it gets bizarre. Adesanya turned his attention to Pereira's son, who was in the audience. In a surreal moment, he taunted the young boy, adding an unexpected twist to his celebration. It was as if Adesanya had been waiting 5 long years to get his revenge, and he got it in a way no one could have predicted. This post-fight antic left fans with mixed emotions. Some saw it as an entertaining moment of rivalry, while others questioned whether it crossed a line. Regardless, it was a stark reminder that in the world of MMA, emotions can run high, and sometimes revenge is best served bizarrely and unforgettably. MMA post-fight antics are as diverse as the fighters themselves. These MMA fighters sure know how to keep the drama alive inside and outside the cage. What's your take on these post-fight antics? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more exciting stories from the world of MMA. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next one.